Hey guys, La Liga Matchday 8 predictions. In this video, I'm going to give you guys all my predictions for the La Liga games that are going to be taking place today, Friday, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. And before my predictions, you have to know that this is already La Liga Matchday 8. And when you take a look at the La Liga table after Matchday 7, Barcelona is seated at the top of the table with 19 points. Out of 21 possible points, and Real Madrid is occupying the second spot of the La Liga table with 18 points out of possible 21 points. Now, when you take a look at the last games that took place last weekend, that was La Liga Matchday 7, you notice that on Friday, Girona played against Espanyol, the game ended 0-0. Getafe played against Levante, the game ended 1-1. Atletico de Madrid defeated Real Madrid 5-2. Mallorca defeated Alaves 1-0. Villarreal defeated Atletico Bilbao 1-0. Rayo Vallecano suffered a defeat against Sevilla 1-0. Elche defeated Celta Vigo 2-1. Barcelona defeated Real Sociedad on Sunday 2-1. Real Betis defeated Osasuna 2-0, and Valencia suffered a defeat against Real Oviedo. Though Real Oviedo played the game with one man less, so they played 10 men against Valencia and still defeated Valencia 2-1. And now when you take a look at the La Liga games that are going to be taking place this weekend, notice that on Friday, one game is going to be taking place on Friday. Some games are going to be taking place on Saturday. Some are going to be taking place on Sunday. Like I said in this video, I'm going to give you guys all my predictions for those games that are going to be taking place in La Liga this weekend. Before my predictions, I'm going to break down the analysis for you guys to understand. Now, the first game is going to be that of Osasuna versus Getafe, which is going to be played today at exactly 8 o'clock p.m. my local time. So it is going to be a tough game. The reason why I'm saying this is simply because Osasuna did not start off their season well, and Getafe did not also start off their season well. You can check their various positions in the La Liga table. Real Oviedo defeated Valencia last weekend, right? Last weekend 2-1 in the game where they played one man less. So they will play against Levante tomorrow, Saturday, which is going to be a tough game, and a game must win for Levante and a game must win for Real Oviedo. One thing I know about this Levante is that if they play the way they played against Real Madrid on La Liga Matchday 6, then they'll win Real Oviedo in this game. Though Real Oviedo is playing at home with the home advantage, and also the way Real Oviedo played against Barcelona, if they play the same way they played against Barcelona against Levante in this game, they're going to win Levante. So it is going to be a tough game. Now, Girona versus Valencia. Remember, Valencia suffered a defeat this weekend against Real Oviedo 2-1. Coming to this game away from home, they want to see if they can grab at least 1 point or 3 points in this game against Girona. And Girona is coming for the same target, get me the 3 points, which is going to be tough for both clubs. Atletico Bilbao versus Mallorca. Atletico Bilbao is not actually having the best start of the season so far, because when you take a look at the last 5 games of Atletico Bilbao, they have not won a single game. They even suffered a defeat last weekend against Villarreal 1-0, and inside the week they suffered a defeat to Borussia Dortmund in the UEFA Champions League. So they're actually having a bad start of the season, and tomorrow, Saturday, they are going to be hosting Mallorca. Who is going to win the game at the end of the day? Who is going to get all the 3 points? Is Atletico Bilbao going to get their first 3 points in this October? Because the whole of September, they actually had a very bad month. The whole of September, they were actually suffering defeat game after game. So it is normally going to be a tough game. And now the final game on Saturday is going to be that of Real Madrid versus Villarreal. This is the game nobody is going to miss, and I am inviting you all to come out and watch this game because it is going to be very, very interesting. Before I go deep into the game, if there is one player to watch in this game, it's no other player than Kylian Mbappe, because it is the man. He is the man that is in form. It is only Kylian Mbappe, Julian Alvarez, the 2 players in La Liga right now that are in form ever since they came back from the international break. So Kylian Mbappe is a player to watch in this game. And now this game is a game must win for Real Madrid, because they suffered a defeat last weekend on La Liga Matchday 7 against Atletico de Madrid 5-2. They defeated Cara Almaty 5-0 in the UEFA Champions League, but that was a simple game. But this game against Villarreal tomorrow is a game where Real Madrid needs to be careful, and Xabi Alonso needs to play his best 11. They don't have a right back yet. Dani Carvajal is injured. Trent Alexander-Arnold is injured, so these 2 guys are going to miss the game. Maybe Fede Valverde will return back to the squad to be used as a right back. Who knows? Because Villarreal is one of the teams that started off La Liga very well this season. They went for 4 games unbeaten until they came across Atletico de Madrid that defeated them. So it is normally going to be a tough game. And Real Madrid, knowing well fully that they are already 1 point away from Barcelona, is already making things look tougher for them, and they want to go for every title this season. So it is going to be a tough game. Real Madrid versus Villarreal, final game tomorrow, Saturday. Alaves versus Elche. This game, I'm seeing the game to be somehow 50-50, because when you take a look at the way Elche is going, I think Elche is the only undefeated team in La Liga. The guys are having a very good start of the season. Elche is having a very good start of the season, and if they are not careful, if we La Liga fans are not careful, Elche is going to surprise us the way Girona surprised us 2 years ago. So Elche is actually having a good run into the season, and this first game against Alaves, which is going to be played on Sunday, is going to be a tough one. It is already match day 8. After match day 8, we'll be talking about 30 La Liga games to go to the end of the season. So coming to this game, Elche is coming to win the game against Alaves. And now the game of Sunday is going to be that of Sevilla versus FC Barcelona. After suffering a defeat on Wednesday to PSG 2-1, can Barcelona travel to Sevilla and grab all the 3 points? Now it is going to be determined by the game between Real Madrid and Villarreal for us to know how this game is going to look like. I don't know if I'm making sense, because if Real Madrid drop points against Villarreal, the energy is going to be there. But if Real Madrid grab all the 3 points against Villarreal, Barcelona will be under pressure. And you know how difficult it is for Barcelona to play when they're under pressure. But either ways, I think there is no way Sevilla is going to grab a point in this game. Barcelona is going to grab all the 3 points, because now all Barcelona players are actually available apart from Joan Garcia, Rafinha, Gavi, and Fermin Lopez. So Lamine Yamal is going to play this game 100%. Pedri is going to play this game 100%. Chesney is going to be used as a goalkeeper. And throughout this season, Barcelona have won 6 of their La Liga games and shared points in 1 of the La Liga games, and that game was against Rayo Vallecano. So coming to this game is a game must win. Espanyol versus Real Betis. Now, is Real Betis having a good start of the season? To me, I would say no, because when you even take a look at their stats in the Europa League, they're not actually that good. The first Europa League game of the season against Nottingham Forest, the game ended 2-2. So it is actually a tough start of the season for Real Betis. And Espanyol on match day 1 defeated Atletico Madrid, meaning the energy is there. If they are serious in this game, they can defeat Real Betis at home. Real Sociedad versus Rayo Vallecano. I think this game is going to be somehow balanced, right? Somehow balanced, because when you take a look at the way Rayo Vallecano played against Barcelona, you take a look at the way Rayo Vallecano played against Atletico Madrid. Now you take a look at how Real Sociedad played against Barcelona and how Real Sociedad played against Real Madrid. You will notice that the two teams are up to task. It is 50-50. So though it is going to be a tough game, but it is somehow 50-50. And the final game that is going to be taking place on Sunday is going to be that of Celta Vigo versus the best La Liga team right now, Atletico de Madrid. When I say the best La Liga team right now, you have to understand me. I'm talking in terms of the last 2 games, because take a look at the game before they won against Real Madrid. They defeated Rayo Vallecano 3-2. The game against Real Madrid, they defeated Real Madrid 5-2. Even the UEFA Champions League game against Frankfurt, they still defeated Frankfurt. I think that was 4-0 or 4-1. So this game against Celta Vigo is going to be an easy game for Atletico de Madrid, though they are playing the game away from home, and football is very unpredictable. Forgive me for using the word an easy game. It is going to be in favor of Atletico de Madrid. And now, what are my predictions for these 10 La Liga games that are going to be taking place today, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, match day 8? Let me start with the first game that is going to be taking place today, Osasuna versus Getafe. In this game, I think Getafe is going to get at least a goal in this game. I don't know who is going to win the game, but at least Getafe is going to score at least a goal in this game, because when you take a look at the attacking strength of Getafe this season, you discover that the guys are changing, right? So I think they'll score at least a goal in this game. Real Oviedo versus Levante. Now, when you take a look at the game between Real Oviedo, Barcelona, Real Oviedo, Real Madrid, Real Oviedo, Valencia last weekend, right? You notice that they have quality players that can score goals. So in this game, it is going to be tough. And we also take a look at the game of Levante. Last on La Liga Matchday 6, they scored a goal against Real Madrid. And if they come into this game with that same energy, there is a possibility that both teams are going to score in this game. But with the home advantage, I think Real Oviedo is going to get at least a point in this game. So I'm double chancing Real Oviedo in this game. Either Real Oviedo win the game or they draw. So that is what my prediction for the game between Real Oviedo and Levante. Girona versus Valencia. Now, this game is a tough one. Valencia suffered the defeat last weekend to Real Oviedo 2-1, where they played one man more, like They were actually 11 and they played against 10 men Real Oviedo players, but they were unable to win the game. So I think in this game, Girona stands a chance to grab at least a point in this game. Either Girona scored a goal. Either Girona get a point in this game or they grab all the 3 points in this game. Now, Atletico Bilbao versus Mallorca. If I'm being honest with you, the Atletico Bilbao of last 5 seasons is different from the Atletico Bilbao of this season. So I don't think Atletico Bilbao is going to win this game. If I'm being honest, I don't think they're going to win this game. But if I'm to predict the game, I'll give both teams to score. Atletico Bilbao to score, Mallorca to score. Real Madrid versus Villarreal. Yes, I know Real Madrid is a big name. Villarreal is another big name. And with the way the season is going, with the current form of Kylian Mbappe, I think Real Madrid is going to win this game 100%. So that's my prediction for this game between Real Madrid and Villarreal. Real Madrid to win the game. Alaves versus Elche. I think Elche is going to grab at least a point in this game against Alaves. Either a point, 1 point, or 3 points. When I say 1 point, 3 points, it means I'm double chancing Elche. Sevilla versus FC Barcelona. I don't have anything to say. Barcelona is going to win the game. Don't think because I'm putting on a Barcelona jersey that I'm going. No, Barcelona is going to win the game. When you take a look at the way Sevilla started their season, they have a player Sanchez, Azpilicueta. Players are already old, 36, 37, 38 years old. So I don't think those players will be able to run at the same level as Barcelona players. So I think Barcelona is going to win the game. I'm not going to say easily, but I think Barcelona is going to win the game. Espanyol versus Real Betis. Now, this is another tough game. But at the end of the day, I'm going to give Real Betis a goal in this game. Though they play away from home, but I'm going to give them a goal in this game. Real Sociedad versus Rayo Vallecano. Both teams to score. The reason I'm saying both teams to score is because when you take a look at the physicality of this Rayo Vallecano team, the way they played against Barcelona, the way they played against Atletico de Madrid, the chances of them scoring in this game are very high. And Real Sociedad, the chances of Real Sociedad also scoring in this game are very high. But I'm not actually impressed the way they played last weekend against Barcelona. But I still think they're going to score in this game because they are playing at home with the home advantage. And the final La Liga game of Matchday 8 is going to be that of Celta Vigo versus Atletico de Madrid. Without any doubt, I think Atletico de Madrid is going to win this game. Yes, either Atletico de Madrid grab a point in this game or they grab all the 3 points. And to all of you guys watching this video, I want to remind you guys of something. There was a point in time where I said, I see Atletico de Madrid are one of my favorites to win the La Liga title this season. And today I still see them as one of my favorites. The reason why I'm saying this is simply because when they take a look at Atletico de Madrid, they have more players as compared to any La Liga team. Yes, there are players in Atletico de Madrid that they can get injured and you'll not even feel they're absent. So I still have that feeling Atletico de Madrid is the clear favorite to win the La Liga title this season. Guys, I've come to the end of the video, and if this is the first time you are coming across my YouTube channel, you have watched the video right up to this level, I first of all appreciate you for your patience, right? So I will appreciate if you can hit a thumb up to the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are still to subscribe, and most importantly, you give me your predictions for some of the La Liga games that are going to be taking place this weekend on Matchday 8. I know you cannot predict all the 10 games, but at least you are supporting a La Liga club. Just give me the predictions of that La Liga club that you think that the game is going to take place this weekend. And most importantly, I am just an upcoming football analyst trying to get things on my own. So I will appreciate also if you actually heard something in a video that I said that you think is not okay, just correct me down in the comment section so I can get better in my next video. See you guys until my next video.